All right, let's play a 10-5 on Lichess against Ahmad Dibini. Let's do the Alekhine's Defense. Welcome to Feisty Chess. Knight f3 first. Just play d6. Okay. Let's see, I believe... Well, let's play knight c6 first. If black wants to take, yeah, he can take. Gets me one step closer to castling. And he wants to prevent bishop g4, but I just gain time this way. Okay. Maybe bishop f5 was the right move there. My bishop doesn't have anywhere good to go. I'm going to go with d5 here. Okay, things are clarified in the center. I'm going to get my knight to f6. Do I need to worry about that? I don't think so, not yet. Okay. That knight has had quite the journey. f6, d5, b6, d7, f6. Alrighty. Let's just put a rook on the e-file as well. Let's back up, planning bishop e6. Okay. Have to watch out for d5 here, because bishop g5 is... let me think. If I take with the knight, then bishop g5 comes, and I can go bishop e7. I'm still watching over this. And if bishop e7, bishop takes e7, then I've got knight e7. And d5 is looking good. But if I go queen d8, queen e8 here, then bishop g5, there's nothing I can do. If I guard the pawn, my pawns are getting doubled on the king side, which may not be the end of the world. I also have f6 here if I want it, so I'm going to take with the knight. Not ideal to have all these pieces on the back rank. I like to go bishop e6 here, if nothing else, and then queen d7. It's coming in with a knight. Let's just go with h6. He might play knight h7, but I can't imagine that's much good. Aha. Now knight f6 looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, this just wins a piece, I think. Oh no, it doesn't. But I think I'm okay. Ah, I'm playing terribly. My bishop has just as nothing of a future as ever. D4 is hanging. That's 1+ here. I got a little bit of initiative for that. Not much though. He wants to clear this square. He could go. Well, no, he can't clear the square. He's looking for ways to clear the square to get knight f7 in. Probably knight f3 is his best. That holds on to d4 and holds on to his knight. Okay. But my knight must take care of things, right? Take. He has no checks, but he has bishop takes. I think. Yeah, I think after takes, bishop takes, queen e8 solves all my problems. He might gain another pawn. He might gain a few pawns. There's also d4 still, but he's yeah, that's not an option here. I think I have to take. Yeah, I need to take. So now the threat is removing the guard and then just mating me. I think I have one move. He can take, I take, and then he gets another pawn on g7 with a... But actually, if he does that, I am winning on d4. I am up a piece here, but he's got 2 pawns already. He might get a third, he might get a fourth. Got queen e8 in just in time. Guarding e8, yet another reason that knights belong on f6. Key defensive squares here. Imad Dibini. Okay, here we go. We're trading off bunches of pieces. He has to take my queen before he does that desperado check. Oh no, he doesn't get a desperado check. I get the last word here, so. The bishop still doesn't have any decent place to go. Well, this is a two-purpose move. It attacks and defends. I can't defend this pawn, but I can grab this one. And now I'm hitting c7, c5. Okay, he's got his 3 pawns. I need to play this now. My knight is watching over some important stuff. He's letting me grab on c5. Okay. This makes sense. He wants to come to d6 with check, I think. How important is this pawn to me on f6? Because I have to go to here. But then this lands with check. I think this pawn is more important. Otherwise, he's got these 3 connectors. So I have to let that check land. And I can improve my king in the meantime. Okay. Yeah, he'll get another pawn here, but I get my forces running finally. Yeah, I like the looks of this king. Okay. Drops back instead. Actually, it's a pretty good move. He's going to get a check in on d3 with his rook. d6, I mean. Is knight c6 okay? Rook check here. Oh, he's going to get that pawn back. Knight f5 is an interesting try, but seems pretty fragile. Well, no, the bishop covers f5 too. Let's go for knight f5. This guards d6 anyway. Not for long though, huh? I don't really have this move, do I? Because knight takes here. Oh no, knight takes there, and then I just take the bishop. But oh man, that's a complex move. No, the real problem is bishop d5 check. And then, yeah. So okay, knight has to come back here. Now I'm at least guarding d5. There's the check. I think I'm pretty safe here. He's going to get that pawn back. But we're simplifying. I'm running out of pawns to win with here. How do I keep this pawn on b7? I guess I can do this. Now I'm not keeping the other pawn, but I'm breaking up these passers of his. It's like white might have the winning chances here. Use the bishop or the knight. Let's take with the knight. I can keep this pawn at least. And then maybe something like, oh yeah, bishop. Okay, king wants to come over here anyway. Now the knight can come to d6. Maybe. Yeah, the knight actually looks really nice on d6. Look at this. It traps this rook in, and I can now free... It guards b7, and I can free my rook. Or my bishop, whichever I want. Can I trap this rook? I think I can. I just move my king over. Yeah, I just walk the king over. Fantastic. Oh, hang on. He's gonna he's gonna push if I'm not careful. So I have to play. Oh no, it's not pinned if my king is here. That is not a pin. Okay, I just about freed my pieces. I think I'm getting that pawn on a5. If he pushes, I just take his rook. The king is a fighting piece. Now, how does he save his rook? I'm just going to take it. He's got to trade it off, yeah. Okay. All right, looking good. Up a whole rook. Whew, that was kind of intense. Let's watch that square. I don't want him advancing. Propose a trade. And a trade we have. Okay. I mean, I can just race him. Okay. All right. You know, I recorded a video yesterday, but I didn't have any sound on it. It was a good win, too. It was a Mora Gambit win. So I'm happy I was able to win one today. Alekhine's Defense. Let me just turn on the computer and we'll try to do this analysis somewhat quickly. All right, let's see how well I stuck to the book here. D6 is the main move. Although knight b6 does well. Oh, those are tiny numbers. Okay. C4, knight b6, and e takes d6. Well, d4, this gets us into the main lines, so there's a lot more games. Now g6 is the main try for black, and it looks like it scores really well. I don't know the g6 lines in the Alekhines, so I went for knight c6, which doesn't score quite so well. Takes. White does really well on these lines, it looks like. H3. Let's turn on the computer. See how well white's doing. It's pretty good advantage. Yeah, bishop f5. I wonder if that's better here. Just to get that bishop out there. You generally want to trade pieces off in the Alekhines and try to prove that white's center is overextended. Okay, same difference. Oh, bishop f6. That makes sense. Didn't think about that. d5. Ooh, it really doesn't like this. Okay, so it went wrong in the opening. Bishop f6 puts some pressure on d5. And gives this knight a square to jump to, should it need it. Well, actually, the knight can come to e5. Let's look what happens at bishop f6. Queen e2 check. I'm happy to trade queens. Bishop e3. Okay, white's advantage is a lot smaller there. But here we go. White has a whole pawn advantage. A6 seemed kind of slow. Sorry, A3. I did not play well this game. Knight f6. Apparently still bishop f6 is better. Knight f6. I'm trying to get that knight to a healthy spot, guarding h7 and all sorts of things. It likes knight e4 here. Didn't that just give up a pawn? Well, according to the computer, I'm already a pawn down. It does like knight takes c8. Here's, if queen takes, bishop f4. Good as well. Bishop g5 is probably better. Queen back to d8, and then just take. And it wants me to take with the queen rather than the pawn. Ooh, queen c2, and there's no defending that h7 square. Not a very pretty line to go into. So I saw that kind of thing, and I took with the knight. And now if bishop comes to g5, I have f6. The knight comes to g5. Maybe f6 is the right move here. Oh, g6. Wow, okay, g6 makes a ton of sense. Keeps the queen out of h4. And it also, I'm ready to fee and cut out my bishop anyway. Oh, bishop. Oh my, look at that tactic. I missed and my opponent also missed. Bishop h7. King has one move. And then we're getting, he wins my queen. I get his bishop and knight. So there might be some complexities left, but all my minor pieces are sitting on the back rank. And I'm down essentially a piece. So yeah, g6 was necessary here. I lucked out. And I didn't even see the f7 threat, so I just played this. I mean, what else can I do here? g6, just, oh, my bishop watches now g6, and I'm hitting both of these pieces, but bishop takes g6. Okay, it does like black here, but this is kind of frightening. Ooh, knight f7. Oh, he's gonna get this. But I can trade queens off. King f8. Queen h5. He doesn't have to trade queens. Bishop e6. We're planning on this. Guarding d5. Okay. Okay, I can play this. And if bishop g5, then the queen comes to f7. No can do. He's already got 3 pawns for the piece. Bishop g5, bishop f7. Knight takes, queen takes, queen takes. Knight takes d5, but I get d4. Really likes black. Similar to the game, actually. Down a piece into an ending. Up a piece, I should say. Okay. Not what happened, though. Yeah, white is way up here. Okay, that's the mistake. He needs to go back. He needs to save the knight now. And he's just... Yeah, he doesn't need to sack a piece. He's already won a pawn, and my king is in trouble already. Yeah. But he does sack the piece, and now I've got just a slight advantage. Yeah, he can't, I calculated this wrong. He can't do this because then I take with the queen. So he's not going to get that pawn right away. But he gets that pawn and this pawn. I can't even defend c7. Fortunately, he doesn't have a dark square bishop, so my rook is pretty safe on b8. It does like knight e2 check. Ooh, not the best move. Knight takes b6. Bishop pulls my king out. And he gets another check on d6, I guess, after bishop. Oh, g4 check. Now it says white has an advantage. So my best move here was this. Now knight c3. This rook can come and check. Oh, and then I go king e7, and he can't take this bishop because then his rook hangs. He's got to guard. He's got to watch out for this. Rook d3. I wouldn't find that. Now bishop e6. That's a big problem. He has to give up the rook because if the knight moves, the rook is gone. Okay, that line was better. Instead, I went there. Okay, looking drawish. Gets this pawn. How do I finagle this? Oh yeah, f5. He doesn't want to trade. But this allows me to get my knight to d6, and now it's liking black. Yeah, black's rook has no squares. Now once I get this in, yeah, he's got to take the knight so he can get anything. And there we go. Good enough. He could maybe promote this, but I'm just going to skewer it. like such. And I'll be up a whole queen and a rook. So, good game. Good Alekhine's Defense. Kind of got a little ugly in the middle game, but that's what endings are for. I like a good ending. So, good end game. Thank you for watching. Stay feisty.